This is the PL-89 Gematriatic Quantum Thought Calendar for Thursday, November 20th, 2025. Today, during the daytime, it's at nighttime right now, but the nighttime starts the next day in the Hebrew system of calendar of counting. But today was the 29th day of Cheshvan, Thursday, 5th day of the week, Yom Chamishi, 5th day of the week, and the 29th day of Cheshvan, 5786. The week of the partial week is Toldot, and Daf Yomi today is Zvachim, 67, page 67 of Zvachim. And this calendar is a combination of calendars, solar and lunar. It includes Daf Yomi, and it includes the Julian calendar, which is 13 days behind the Gregorian calendar. And it is the way I like to call it, it's a theory of everything presented in calendar form. That's one of the ways I present this. And what it is a calendar that is exactly what the title is. It's a gematriatic, meaning it's gematria, quantum thought calendar. It are thoughts that are time-based. They're time-based thoughts. And as you travel through the calendar, you're calculating gematria, and when you're in this place, you can see months ago and weeks ago and even months from now, and they're all in the same reservoir, in the same field. So past and present and future really start to merge together, and because of that, memory becomes more clear. I mean, I'm seeing 3 months ago, 4 months ago, like right now, I'm in this calendar and I remember saying things that I said in my mind about this and that, different ideas, and they're all here. I'm seeing my thoughts from several months ago and weeks ago, and it's like it's a multi-purpose numerical thought calculator. So the way this works is that each box, you can see there's a number, and the numbers of the boxes are based on passages from the Bible. It's a system of 8 plus 9. That's the sequence code. It's a sequence. It comes from a portion in the Bible in Leviticus chapter 25, verse 20, which is interesting because we're in 2025 now, and that's when it started to be presented, even though it started 13 plus years ago. Just turned 13 this late summer. It's El, which is September time. September time of 2012 is when this was first made, how it looks today. And in the passage, to make a long story short, there are two numbers that were underscored, the number 8 and number 9. It says had to do with eating from the old crop and planting for the new crop. In the Shemitah year, a seventh year, when all of the crops, all of the agricultural work had to stop. And the last 2 years that were mentioned in those verses were 8 and 9. And it gave me the idea to develop a calendar. I don't know how it went from there to this calendar, but it somehow got processed in my mind that it's 8 plus 9 is 17, right? And 17 plus 8 is 25. 25 plus 9 is 34. And then 34 plus 9, 34 plus 8 was 8 plus 9 plus 8 plus 9, like that. So 34 plus 8 would be 42. but it's not 42. It's 2 because it cuts off at 40. Kind of like, a combination lock. When it hits 40, it just resets again after 40. So that's how this works. It's based on 40. 40 is a very integral number here. So the way this works is that, let's just say today is November 20th. So on this calendar, there's 3 different settings on when you start it. This is day 1. Doesn't matter what set of months. And they set for 3 months. And the start month, this is 3 months. This whole time period is 3 months. 80 days you see here, and then 10 days under here that are invisible. So right now we're in the third setting. The third setting, I call them dispensations. The dispensations are when you start square A1 and you start counting this way from a certain kind of month. In astrology, you have different kinds of months. There's 3 basic months, types of months. One is called cardinal, one is called fixed, and one is called mutable. And in the first dispensation, which started in 2012 and lasted up until 2020, the start point, you start them from the mutable months, which means months like Elul, which is September. That's actually the first month I got started. Was it a mutable month? So in September, October, November. So September, December, March, and June. Those are the 4 types. Those are the 4 mutable signs, and those are 3 months. There's three types of these 4 months. There's 4 types of these months where you start the 3-month counting. So the first type is called is mutables, where I started it, but that's really the last one. I started from the last. I don't know why. It might be some reason, but. And then when Corona kicked in, it went to cardinal. Cardinal is the first months. Those are months like April, July, October, and January. Those are cardinal months. And then in setting 2, or the second dispensation, you start it from here. And then finally, in the last, third, and final dispensation, which you are in right now, and we're going on 14 years. So it starts from the fixed months. The fixed months are months like August, November, February, and May. And those months you start, so right as it stands right now in this dispensation, November 20th would be in box, which has a number of 10 on it. So now, so what do you do with that number? You see 10 here, what do you do? You think about what was 10 about today, and if nothing came up that's 10, there's a technique to expand your choices. It's called the rule of 40. The rule of 40 means that if you add 40 to 10, what will you get? 50. And if you add 40 to 50, you get 90. And then 130, 170, 210, right? 250, 290, 330, etc. 2,000,010. So, ad infinitum. Therefore, I can say 610. I'm thinking Pennsylvania right now. Someone called me from Pennsylvania just before I made this. I'm thinking about that. 610 is an area code in Pennsylvania. Someone that, well, not now, he used to live in Pennsylvania, but the point is connected to Pennsylvania. So that's how it should work. That's why it's a gematria quantum thought calendar. Things that are happening are expressed in numbers, and things that are happening, goings on, are recorded in numbers. Okay, so that's November 20th. But what about the 29th of Cheshvan? Well, that'll be right here, 6. So what's 6 today? I don't know. 6 would be 46. 86, 126, 166, 206, Seattle, 246, 286, 326, 366, 406 is Montana, 446. Okay, 446 is the number on the infinity pi matrix. When I said 807, I said 466. I should have said 446. And that is connected to 6. I corrected myself, by the way. I did. But still. Don't think I can think of it. It keeps on going. 486, 526, 566. And that's the idea.